Weber carburetor. That'll give you over 70 horsepower out of a Model A or a Model B. A Weber carburetor, it used to be on the Pinto. It's a two venturis down the big one in the middle, and you take off both venturis wide open. And when you cruise, the big venturi closes and you can get 3.2 gallons an hour on a Model A, which is very good. Boy, it gives you over 70 horsepower on takeoff. Also, I don't know, you heard a lot of the boys talk about different things you do. I adjust all my magnetos to 30 degrees before top of the center, and basically it's just darn good. It's good dependable in it. You put inserts in it, you don't have to worry about losing battery. And then you also have many things you can add to that to make it get more horsepower. Everything you do put on it. I even tried to put the turbo on it. Scared the liver out of it. I didn't dare take off with it because I never figured I'd get back to the ground. It turned 2,800 with a 76 by 42-inch propeller. Normally, I could run that same thing in a model, that same prop on a Model A at 2,500 RPM for years, and nothing ever went wrong with the engine. And also so anyway, I ended up selling that turbo so I wouldn't get in trouble. I've also tried many carburetors, and these side-mount motorcycle carburetors, lift truck carburetors, you name it. Been on this Piet. Some you don't want to touch. Like SU or whatever it's on motorcycles. Unless you got a lot of adventure in your system, stay away from that one. Other than that, be sure your carburetor is well put back together when you take it apart. Especially that little spring that goes between the float and the needle valve. Some guys put it together, forget to hook the two together. I met a doctor friend of mine who's been on his back 4 times. I said, "Bring the carburetor over." That's the first thing I saw. I said, "Well, whoever put your carburetor together didn't put it back together." I said, "Put it back up." One always says, "I'm going to the Continental." So somebody got a good Model A engine. Yes, sir.
What is the Pietenpols list? Internet thing or what? Pietenpols list. Is that on the internet or what? Whatever fun.
Yeah, electronics. Those that want to have an have a computer, they want electronics. Yes.
And they have a list of just about every airplane out there.
That's right. You can dial into brands, any airplane, any engine is on this list. You scroll down, you hit that list, and you get all the conversations from now until the fuselage. It's amazing what people, some of those hits and around those things go into the hundreds. I put a picture of my Piet with the Werner engine tied down to it. Of course, it doesn't look like it's tied down at all. One pilot and another, that's really swinging a prop that's barely cutting the cracker grounds, you know. That got over close to 280 hits, and just a very short hit. Only one reply. But it's quite interesting. You guys that aren't on it should get on it, because I'll tell you, ask any question. See, Al Blubber, he asked more than the president, and yet he was here last year, remember? And believe it or not, he was going to put a Donovan engine. Not many people know what that Donovan is, but I'll tell you, it's one hell of a race engine. 400 horsepower at 8,000 RPM. You detune that and you run it, say 2,600, 2,500, you're talking 120 for 130 horsepower. Aluminum, it looks exactly like the Model A or Model B block, pretty close to it. It's got a bearing between every cylinder. And it's really made to run hard. If you got $25,000, if the crank alone is made out of solid metal. I talked to a few people who were going to put those in until I think they found out what they cost. And Don Blumberg said, well, I'd like to put that engine in, and he says, if he, you get the money, he's going to put that engine in. I said, you'll be the talk of the town if you do, because I'll tell you, it's not that you've got a good engine, it's that you're so rich. But anyway, there are expensive engines out there. Those that have, last year, Dennis Trone passed on last year, and all this stuff was for sale in the hair. There's an engine in there that it was an inline, air-cooled, Lowell engine. I made a bid for that engine because I'll tell you, you can get next to the airplane if you ever see that thing run. It had all external push rods, overhead arms, and had all Model A parts inside. It was a gorgeous engine that would have made a Pietenpol proud to know that that engine was on his airplane. It was a gorgeous one. And it could have been run dry sump. It had an OS5 oil pump on it. It was a very dependable oil pump. And it's things like that that people have to keep. Somebody outbid me. This, I don't know who it was. Somebody with more money than I had. It wasn't as cheap as I would have put it.
What did it sell for?
Pardon me?
What did it finally sell for?
They wouldn't tell me. Probably. I'll bet you went for a few $1,000. It was on cheap. I didn't read that much. That's right.
Memory is short. Which airfoil is on this one that's out here?
Let's repeat the question.
What airfoil is on this one out here?
That's a 612 airfoil. Have you seen it fly?
Yeah.
Very impressive, isn't it? And I'm 200 over 200 pounds. And I carry close to 18 pounds of fuel, or 18 gallons of fuel.
What kind of G rating do you have on that?
Pardon me?
What kind of G rating would you have on yours?
G rating? I know it'll take 3.5 G's off the split S. Still can bring it back. I don't know.
I know personally that a standard Pietenpol will survive a 3.5 G split S.
See? Anybody else that tried to split us?
My underwear did not survive.
My friend, every time I took him down the runway, he had a few strokes. He says, I got a pucker problem. I got a pucker problem. Don't take off. But anyway, I don't want to take up a lot of your time, except I think that those that are very inquisitive about the airfoil and fuel injection system, I'd like to have you come up and take a look at some of Riblett's letters to me. I mean, he used to handwrite. This one dates 1991. So you see, I've been communicating with Riblett on airfoils. He gives you an analysis of the Pietenpol wing and the 4412, which I had asked about. He said, you called about it. I also included one of my airfoils, the GA 300 612. He says he had run a test on a kit box with that same